had their courses.
Who are those ones here? They have not had their courses. Who are those ones here?
Okay, let's find what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
A divorce.
Why doesn't it say who stopped their menses if it's talking about, for example, women who stopped menstruation?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So about the menses, right? Why doesn't it say women who've stopped their menses? So it's talking about women that have not had their menses. And this is why in many Muslim countries you have men marrying children because it's allowed.
Exactly.
You can marry children when they're 9 years old or even
It's in the
younger.
Yas, the spirit it's in the Yas of menstruation. Let's look up the actual Ibn Kathir and Tabari and let's find that.
But the Quran should be enough. You shouldn't need tafsirs. The Quran says that it is enough.
He knows it, but don't worry.
So would you, let me ask you straight.
Person. I'm opening
So
my ears for your
would you,
argument.
in this
If you
country,
don't know it, if you don't know it, I'll give benefit of that you don't know
Please
it.
do give.
So let me
the
show
benefit
you.
of the
I'll
doubt.
give you benefit of that you don't know it.
Give me the Ibn Kathir. And Tabari and whatever.
so you shouldn't need the sample, the Quran said that
Okay.
it is enough.
Then you shouldn't need Bible scholars as well.
Does the Quran,
Yeah,
but
you
we don't
shouldn't
make
need-
that
Yes,
claim.
we do have that.
Let's give
You have
We don't
Bibles
make
that
that
add stuff and
claim.
take stuff out as well.
Does the Quran
So
say
don't
that
say
it is
that.
sufficient? But does the Quran say that? It is sufficient. It says that, so you shouldn't
No,
need
it doesn't.
tafsirs.
The Quran says
It says
"Man
that.
ittaba al-Quran wa sunnata nabiyyi." So you have to listen to what the Prophet says as well.
No, it
So
says the
doesn't
Quran
say
is
that it's
enough.
by itself.
Let's check what
This is a bad website.
No, this is Arabic translation.
وَإِلَّا يَئِسْنَ مِنَ الْمَحِيضِ مِنْ نِسَائِكُمْ إِنِ ارْتَبْتُمْ فَعِدَّتُهُمْ ثَلَاثَةُ أَشْهُرٍ.
All Muslims.
She's very Muslim, very Palestinian. She's my wife.
Oh, that's good.
Can you find something? What's this?
Wait, wait.
I understand that part. But there's category of people in this place. The ones, they says the one that have not had their menstrual course because they are too young.
Does it say that? It doesn't say
It
that.
just says that.
Where is
Ibn
it?
Abbas said it. That's why I want
No. Did the Quran say it or not?
No, the Quran. Okay, this is the thing.
It's nice.
Have you read the 65, right?
I just read it now.
Did it mention the category? Did it mention the category
Okay.
for you? How do you know the category yourself?
It seems like you're adding that
No, I
category.
didn't have it. I didn't have it. I will show you Ibn Abbas saying
It said the spirit of
Ibn Kathir.
menstruation. Do you know what that means? That means they can't menstruate anymore. It's literally
No.
It
that's
doesn't
one
say that.
category, that's one category.
It doesn't say that.
It's literally you know what in Arabic what you call it?
That's one
Menopause.
category.
Menopause.
That's
You know
one
what we call it? Sin al-yas. You know what?
So you,
al-yas is?
so
No, I'll show you.
So are you
Menopause.
okay with your prophet having married a child? Are you okay with
You
that?
call her a child.
My
I'll show you
prophet
too, I'll show you too.
married the daughter of his
Friend.
Sahaba, of his friend.
Okay.
He got married because then when she was old enough,
let's
after
read
she was
it,
the
yeah.
age of 18,
She wasn't old enough. She was 9.
No, by your
She was
judgment.
6.
By your judgment.
No, that by the Muslim
Is
country's
it
judgment.
one
Even in
moment, only one
Palestine, they
moment.
marry
Just
children.
one argument. One
Even
argument.
in
This
Palestine,
is-
they marry children.
This is-
Of course
But
they
I
do.
am from Palestine.
That's a lie.
I grew up in Palestine,
Listen,
and I'm not a married
please,
child,
please.
am I?
Yeah,
If
because
if
not
I'm
everybody will follow the example of a pedophile prophet.
If I have sex with a 16-year-old, is that okay? Yes or no? Is that okay?
In this country, it is
Good.
yes.
So we decide whoever we want. So if I go to the US and I have sex with the same girl, I'm a pedophile there.
No, let me show you.
You would
That's
be,
it.
but the thing is,
That's
you
it.
wouldn't be
I'm sorry,
with a
but we don't
9-year-old.
have- we
What
don't have
happens
one
with a
standard.
9-year-old?
I have one standard. That's
What
enough.
happens to a 9-year-old if you have sex with them?
1 second, I'll be back with you. No, it's not 9-year-old, it's puberty. Just 1 second.
No one. So you can have sex with children who are 5 that hit puberty according to your belief.
I just can't jump. Just let me answer this. I'll be more than happy to have the interview. Give me 1 second. If you're a woman, read it out loud. Instead, I'm just trying to emit anything.
Yusuf Ali.
What's this? This is Sahih.
Yeah, use Yusuf Ali translation.
As those who no longer expect menstruation among your women, if you doubt, then their period is 3 months. And also for those who have not menstruated, and for those who are
Hold on
pregnant,
1 second. You said those have not. Yeah?
yeah, but
Okay, this is what I'm talking about.
their term is until they give birth. Okay? And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him his matters ease. Okay, so what you
this
said,
category-
the ones that did not menstruate, because you're forgetting the girls that do not get children, that do not menstruate.
Listen.
Why are you forgetting that?
Listen,
Why are you
I'm not
forgetting that?
forgetting it.
Why is it pedophile?
Listen, I'm not forgetting it.
Why are you pushing a narrative?
There's three categories here, right?
Okay.
3 categories.
I'm reading what you're saying.
Okay,
Three
in
categories,
Arabic.
This is all about divorce. So this
I know it's about divorce. I'm not about
So it's not about if a woman does not, it's not about her being
I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you. I'll
He's
explain it.
saying,
I'll
if
explain
you
it. Let me
divorce her
explain
young, means you married her young.
No, let me explain it to you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is not true.
I will
What
explain
you
it to
just
you. Hold on.
mentioned.
I will explain it to you. Hold on. Just hold on, yeah?
Racist!
There are three
Racist
categories
woman!
here, right?
She's a racist woman,
One
this
is
girl.
what? The one that
Racist!
cannot have it anymore
Laugh your
because they've
racism
reached
off. Racist
menopause.
woman, man.
Menopause, yeah? There's one that this one is said because they've not had it. They've not had it. And those who, I don't know, and those who
have not menstruated. Okay.
They've not menstruated
Okay,
at all.
okay.
That's another category.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What's that
I'm not
category?
interpreting,
Let him
I'm
finish,
just
let him
saying that's
finish.
another category, right? They've not menstruated before. And those are pregnant. Those are the three categories that Allah was talking about.
Yes.
So now, the one that they've never menstruated before, who are in those categories? Can you tell me those people?
The women that do not
Before
get.
before we check the commentary, who do you think are in that category? Who are the people that fit?
What you are saying about the women that have not hit puberty fitting in that
I didn't say
category is
puberty.
correct.
Menstruation.
I'm saying the women who have not hit puberty yet do not menstruate. That is a fact. That is true.
That what? What is true?
That women
Yeah.
who did not hit puberty yet do not menstruate.
Yeah, those
they are
ones,
young.
yeah.
That is true.
Are they young?
But
They can be
what
6,
we are
right?
saying, but what we are saying, there are laws in Islam of marrying a woman.
Don't
You
let us
cannot
talk about
marry
law
a
first.
child.
Don't let us talk about law first.
So if
Let's
you cannot-
clarify
if
this
you
first.
cannot marry a child, if you cannot go,
That's the way
if you
you're making
cannot-
mistake. He's
if you
talking
cannot
about divorce
consume-
here.
If you cannot consume a marriage with a child, if you cannot marry a child,
Yeah.
why would you divorce a child in the first
So
place?
this is the thing.
So this does not apply.
Listen, yeah. This is where you're making a mistake here. Allah is talking about 3 categories here.
Okay.
Right.
And this category is telling them you have to wait 3 months if you're going to divorce these people.
Yes.
This is what Allah is talking about. You have to wait 3 months.
Okay.
So someone that is too young is in this category as well.
It is not. That's not what the hadith is his own interpretation.
You just said it now that if you've not.
I said the fact. I said the fact that is unchanged. Young girls do not get their periods. But there's another law that says you cannot have it.
I'm talking about this part.
No, but you cannot take what you
No,
want.
I'm not
and put
taking
what
away.
you
I'm not
want.
taking. I will not show you where the commentary where Ibn Abbas when they were asking, and
I
Ibn
think I get
Abbas
what he's trying to
said,
get to.
Ibn
Go on.
Abbas said, this category of people they are too young to menstruate.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is this, yeah, I will not tell you. There's another verse that if you've never had sex, you don't need that period. Do you know that in Islam, if someone marry and you've not done anything in the marriage, you've
Yeah.
not slept with your husband,
Yeah.
you don't need that period.
You don't need
You don't need it.
the period.
You know this is that period, the waiting period.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
need it. That period. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Do you know that, right? You know that, right?
Yes.
So for these people to be in that category, too young, for them to be in this category, that means you can get married, sleep with them, and divorce them. You don't need to. Why will a child be in the category
I get
that
what
you
he's
can
saying.
divorce?
I get what he's saying.
Let me answer.
but
But-
what I'm
so
saying
this is not the thing.
You can't leave the entirety of the Quran and pick and choose what you want because
But I'm not-
it's incomplete.
But that's fine. That's fine. Can I answer that?
Hold on 1 second. I'm not picking and choosing. You are the one picking and choosing because Muhammad married someone
No,
that's.
we watch any-
1 second.
everything in context. We
Muhammad
don't
married
pick and
someone
choose.
that's 6 years old.
Incomplete. If I,
1 second.
If I tell you,
Let me answer.
Muhammad
please.
married someone that's 6 years old and consummated the marriage at 9 years old. So if you're saying that I'm picking and choosing, I am not. Because for Muhammad to do it, it was all right, isn't it? Are you saying what he did was wrong?
Can I answer that? Please? Let me answer.
So why did Muhammad marry someone that's 6 years old?
he's saying something and I'm saying something and we're not meeting
Let me-
in the
let-
middle.
let me
so
meet you in
Say
the
what you want to say.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Maybe it's complex,
Okay.
but
The Prophet married Aisha,
At 6.
6 years old. I think it's 6.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
consumed
Married
at 9.
6, consummate at 8 or 9.
9.
Yeah.
Listen, he married her early, and then he waited until she reached puberty, defined by her menstruation, and then he consumed the
Can you-
marriage.
It doesn't say that.
Hold on.
Yes or no?
No. You
It
cannot
doesn't say
you
that she
cannot
had
say something
menstruation.
that you don't have proof for it. It's not in their date. Show me their
Proof of what?
That-
So,
that
she
say-
listening to Tabari and
It doesn't say that she did.
can never see any evidence of that. Never. See, don't let us check it. You're not going to see it.
No, these details are not in the Quran.
It was she was ready to take the penis basically. That's why her mom gave her figs and cucumber. It was nothing to do with puberty. It was that she would have died. If he penetrated her at 6, she would have died.
One more point. You are comparing the females of today to the females of the time that lived in
Hold on,
the
hold on,
desert.
hear me, please, hold on.
If you compare the average age of menstruation in Russia to the average age of menstruation to girls in Saudi
You know
Arabia
they've done
or in the
research on
desert,
what you just said now. They've done research in this country of what you just said now.
What?
You know they've done research on what you just said now.
I know, but It's true.
And you know the funny thing?
It is
It
true
used to be. It
nonetheless.
used to be
But
even
what I am-
later then.
No,
It's
no, no.
earlier
In
now.
hot countries and hot climates, girls
Yeah.
tend to get their
So you-
menstruation.
so you- are you-
Can't focus because of
They
that.
tend to reach menstruation.
Are you trying to say
early.
girls of the?
I am saying she would have died if she had.
How come she couldn't have
They
children?
still do it
Because he
today. They
broke
still do it
her.
today.
He
People
broke
still do
her
it today.
vagina.
No,
Come on.
I'm saying.
Why would
you're
she die?
You're comparing the physical attributes of
Yeah.
women today to how
There's
it
no
was
difference
at
there.
that
That's what I'm
time
saying.
in a
They've done the
different
research.
They did the research.
Yeah,
back in,
the menstruation.
1,000
Yeah, they use bones. They use skeletons. Yes, they've done the research in this country.
Can you
There's
please
two-
provide me with the research?
Okay, I'll show.
Why do the, if you say that this was back then, madam, why
was
do
the
the Muslim people still apply that today? I respect that you wouldn't do that, but there are many Muslim men that would marry little girls.
There are lots of
Today.
Muslims. There's a lot of Muslims that do not do the religion correctly. I'm not saying.
That is correct according to Islam, to marry a
To me,
child.
the Quran is the one true word. Whether Muslims follow it correctly or they don't, that's not on me as a Muslim who follows the religion. For example, for me, I know that I am shortcoming in my religion, but by not covering my hair. But now you do see my hair, don't you? So I know that I'm shortcoming. I know that this is something that I need to get to. If people are not following Islam the right way, it does not make Islam
The
wrong.
right way is to marry
But
children.
The right way is this. The right way is this. If a country, Arab country, allows it, I can do it today. That's the right way.
An Arab country allows it.
If a country, even not Arab country, any country.
I've lived in Arab countries.
No. I said if.
Okay, the country that I used to live in,
Yes.
which is Jordan.
Jordan,
Okay,
yeah.
I
Today,
stand-
what's the age of consent?
Right, I'm telling you. So we have the Sharia law, the Islamic law, and the country law. They are merged together because the majority of the country is Muslim.
Muslim country,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, it used to be that with the consent of the parents, the same way that with the consent of the parents,
Yes.
you can marry a child here at the age of 16, and she does not need consent by the age of 18, correct?
Yes.
Now that the law has changed, only this year has changed, that only by 18 years old, regardless of parents interfering or not, okay? So it used to be 14.
She's a racist woman,
and
by the way.
in Jordan, it
Calling
used to be
people out
14
by their race,
with
Pakistanis.
the approval of the parents.
She's a racist woman,
and
man.
I'm not sure without the parents.
No, but
at
I'm
what
talking
age.
about the country that allows it. If you're 6, 8, what will happen? That means you're allowed to do it. If a
It's not
country,
allowed.
I'm not saying in Jordan. There's some countries that they allow you to marry.
Okay. They allow you to marry young.
Yes. They don't even have age of consent. They don't even have age of consent.
I think Maldives is a Muslim country. You can
Is it
have
Maldives?
sex at 9.
Maldives.
In many African countries,
There's some
you can have
African
sex with
countries as well. You
children.
can do it. But the finish.
Even in Jordan.
Those are not Muslim.
But you do
But the
understand
question is, but the
that
question is
this
this.
that
The
there might
question
be
I ask
forced
is
marriage.
this.
Forced marriage
If a
is
country
haram.
allows it,
But in Islam, it's forced marriage because silent is consent.
Haram.
It's silent consent.
listen, both of you,
It's
can
silent
you answer this?
consent. It's silent consent
What's
in Islam.
silent?
Right, if you're silent, Muhammad said it's consent.
anything.
So imagine if a 40-year-old man marries a little child and she doesn't say anything, that's consent
Both
in
of you.
Islam.
Okay, both of you. Because you guys, you seem so nice, yeah?
But it wasn't a sin for Muhammad to do that.
No, it's not.
Can I ask you, both of you, please listen to this question. Be honest with this, with your answer, please. Yeah? If a country allows it, will it be haram? Will it be a sin or not in Islam? If a country
To do
allows
what?
it, to marry someone that is 7 years old. If a country allows it, will it be a sin in Islam? Will it be a sin?
Does Islam specify at what age you can marry a woman?
No.
That's not what I
You
said.
can marry
If a
babies
country
even.
allows it, will it be a sin in Islam?
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be a sin. So that's what we're talking about, yeah? So at the end of the day, yeah, law of the land cannot supersede law of God.
No.
You understand, yeah? So law of God is supposed to be what? Above law of the land.
But I explained.
Listen, I get it, I get it,
answered your
I get it,
question before, and you
I
know
get
that.
it, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But the thing is this, yeah, some things, so far it's not going to be a sin in your religion. That's the problem.
What's the problem against
The
it?
problem, because so far it's not going to be a sin for you to marry someone that's too young
Yes.
in your religion
Yes.
is a problem. Whether you're free to do it or not, whether the law of this country allows you to do it or not.
That's fine.
If you're
So we're
part,
assuming
if
that
you're
there is
part,
no law of
listen,
land. Is it okay to marry the girl
In the Bible, it's not okay. It's not okay for you to marry a child, even if the law of land allows it.
We're saying yeah, it's allowed in Islam.
That's what I'm saying. And that's evil.
How is it evil?
To marry a child.
Why is that?
Have sex with a child.
What's your definition of a child is the point here. And I know this is something that they say.
We just
it's a
said
crazy
too
question
young. We
to
just
ask.
said too young. Someone that's too young. I just gave you 7
What
years
does that
old.
mean too young?
I just gave you
What does that
7 years
mean?
old. I just said
But this
7.
country,
I just said
this country-
7. I just put 7 years old. I said 7.
This country,
Too young.
No, 7. I want to go to 7.
in this country,
That's the minimum.
wasn't it allowed to
I want
marry
to go
at
to
12?
7. I'm saying 7.
Wasn't it allowed to marry at 12 in
But
this
what
country?
did
I never
Jesus
said 12.
say?
Yes or no?
But
What?
it's
So-
not to do
so
with
it's okay at 12.
Well, naturally,
It's not okay
we're
at 12.
Christians. We follow the law of
I'll
God.
show you what is okay in our religion. I'll show you what's okay in our religion.
Not a religion.
So Mary was a woman when she
Okay. I keep talking about law of the
No,
land.
I'm sorry.
Law of this
No
land
law
say
of the
a man
land,
and a man can
just
marry.
Christianity
Do you
and
know a
Islam.
man and a man can marry?
Okay.
Do you know that? A man and a man can marry in this country. Do you know that?
How do you know that?
A man and a man can marry.
Yeah, I do know that.
In Islam, can a man and a
No,
man marry?
no.
So why you so,
Okay, fine. My bad, yeah, no law of the land.
I said in this
Oh,
land?
No, in this land.
So if it's allowed, why is it not allowed in your religion?
Because we think that it's
Follow the law of the land. Why you not follow the
I
law of
don't
the land?
follow the law of the
You
land.
just said
Hold on.
neither do we. We follow the law of
You
God.
just said follow the
You're
land.
confusing two things, Deja.
Yeah, it's supersede. Yes, that's what I said, and that's why I'm standing on.
My friend,
Yeah.
you're
So we
confusing
don't
two
change
things.
it.
No, that's not a law that compels you to marry. That's a law that allows you to marry.
Exactly.
Good.
Just
so,
because a
so
law.
I'm not going to marry a man because I'm allowed to marry a man.
Yeah.
I can still adhere to my religion.
I'll show you what our
In
Bible
Islam,
says.
there is no specific age to marry.
I know that.
The only condition is
Not-
to be physically and
Mature.
mentally mature.
Good. Now-
Physically and mentally mature. Right.
Says who?
Right. I'm about to bring it out for you. I'm going to say it in Arabic and translate.
Because Allah likes child sex. Allah likes child sex.
Sorry.
Allah likes child sex.
And you love racism. And you don't like Pakistanis.
But you
Racist
just agreed.
woman,
But you
man.
just agreed now.
Huh?
You just agreed now that in Islam,
I agreed.
yeah.
I don't
but-
run away with
but I will
anything
show-
that is
but-
because
good,
I endorse
I
it
like
fully.
that. This is
Good.
what I mean. I like when people are like,
All right,
you're
yeah,
honest
yeah.
with your religion, because a lot of Muslims are not.
Yeah,
and
sadly.
which sadly, I will show you what Bible says about marriage.
That's fine.
Is made. Islam is
Ezekiel
made
6 or something.
Bring
Do you know the
Shafi,
Bible
bring
verse
over.
where, sorry? Which one? The one that God was saying that I saw you in your blood and I wrapped you. Ezekiel is in Ezekiel.
Even if I talk with her half an hour, she
Regarding when God entered covenant with, I'll check it.
they get blinded. The child.
I think it was Ezekiel 6.
The sex that is done at the age
I'll-
of 54. You like your child
لا
have sex
يدخل
with it.
الرجل الصغيرة إلا إذا كانت في حيث تتم الجماع وهذا يختلف باختلاف الأزمنة والأمكنة والبيئات. Okay.
Perfect. Translate that in Arabic.
So it says a man cannot consume the marriage with a child or like a girl or whatever, his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. If she was young, unless if society allows it, unless
The environment allows it.
she has to be mentally and physically mature. So we can define that. I wouldn't define if a girl gets her period at 11 years old, she's not mentally mature. So you need to judge that by yourself. So the
Who says
Quran
this? Who
only-
says that?
Let me just finish.
Okay, you
And then
explain
it
it.
says,
Sheikh Al-Fawzan says this.
and then this, it says this depends on the time,
time
place,
period.
and the environment.
Yeah.
This
I
is
get
what
it.
I was trying to tell you.
I
That
understand. I've seen all these things before, but there's a misleading behind this all these things. Who said these things?
so if you said the
Fawzan. Sheikh Al-Fawzan. It's like the Tabari and Ibn Kathir that
But
you've been
that's
bringing
the
up.
thing. This person is not God. You're
No,
not
no,
getting.
but he's
it.
a scholar of Islam.
That's his law. That person is giving their own.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because in Islam it speaks about the age of maturity. That's when you start fasting. That's when you start practicing your prayer. So that's when يوضع عليك القلم. That's when,
That's when-
your record starts.
Okay.
So that's where you start practicing
You're
the
not
Islam as
getting.
it is.
You're not getting it. When God gives a command,
Yeah.
it's from God.
Yeah.
You cannot change it. Human being cannot change it.
Right.
If God allows me
You
to
don't
do
change
something,
it. Yes, you're right.
if God allows me to do something,
But he didn't allow it.
in order to
When did he
marry,
allow
you
it?
need to
Because
be
he didn't
baligh,
say no, he allowed it?
baligh,
Because we have
baligh.
something else that's sunnah.
What a liar.
And the sunnah is what the Prophet practices and what the Prophet says.
You
It's
just said it
command.
now. You see, this is the thing here. We keep going back and forth. You just said prophet did. If prophet do something,
Yeah, the Prophet
that's a
did it.
sunnah.
Good.
Did your prophet marry someone that's 6 years old?
Yes. And then what did he do? He waited until the age of maturity to consume the marriage.
No, listen.
But
don't
that's the
listen,
sunnah.
listen. See, we are being honest, yeah?
Yeah, we are being honest.
You can never find anything that says he waited for her to reach puberty.
I'll bring it up.
Find it out.
It's good if, yeah, that's good.
If you
We're
can,
getting down.
let's clarify that one first.
We won't
Can
find
never
anything
find
that
any
says that
source
the
that
Prophet waited
says
for her.
he wait. You know, I'm not saying he didn't wait till she's 9, but not because he
Then
was
why?
waiting for her to.
Why was he waiting?
No,
Why was he waiting?
He didn't say.
He was no, not November.
He
Come
didn't
on,
say.
man.
He had so many wives. He didn't say.
No,
He had
no,
so
no,
many
no, no.
wives.
He
He
did-
was busy. Whatever it is,
My brother.
we don't know.
brother.
If she was sick, we don't know. So you don't put. I'm not gonna put into it. Don't put into it. Can we do that? If
Let's
I
do
don't
that,
know
let's do that.
something, let's do that. If I don't know something, I'm not gonna put into it. Don't put anything into it as well. He didn't say because of menstruation. If he says it, I will allow it.
But so what you were saying before, in Islam, your judgment begins once you are mature enough to make your own decision. So a child, if a 5-year-old dies and they've done something wrong, it doesn't count for them. They're too young.
I
They're not
understand that
mentally
part.
mature.
I understand
So
that.
in order for you to get married, you need to be baligh, which is mature.
You're talking as if Allah doesn't know what Allah is saying. You're not getting what. See, when you talk like this, you're making it seem Allah doesn't know what He's saying. Because Allah knows all things, right? He's supposed to know all things.
Yes.
So when Allah is talking about people that are too young to menstruate, that they can divorce, that means Allah allows it. He knows it's fine. Because people used to do it back in the days. So He said, okay, these people, they can marry and divorce, even though they are too young to menstruate. Allah didn't say no. Don't sleep with someone that's too young to menstruate. Allah never condemned it. He even said you can divorce them. After you've had sex with them, you can divorce them. So if Allah allows something,
And you're saying that this is evil.
sorry, that's evil. That's what I'm saying. That's evil. And so nobody, even Muhammad cannot change it. Tabari cannot change it. Ibn Kathir cannot change it. Only person that can change is Allah. And if Allah never change it, I'm allowed to do it if I'm a Muslim. Nobody can tell me what to do. So far the law of the land has allowed me, I can do it. And even if the law of the land doesn't allow me, so far your religion allows it. It's evil. It doesn't matter whether you can practice
So
it.
that
For
makes
example,
Islam evil?
no. Do you think it's evil or not? Do you think it's evil to sleep with someone that's too young to menstruate? Someone like 6, 8-year-old. Do you think it's evil or not?
You're Arab native.
I'm Moorish. I'm from
Listen,
North
you're
Africa.
asking me for my personal opinion.
Yeah, your personal opinion.
I would never say something that is against my religion. So if my religion
You
says...
cannot be honest.
What?
You cannot be honest.
No, listen, my personal opinion...
We come here because
you tend
we genuinely believe
If you're honest, if being honest is yes, is say yes.
For example,
good
my religion tells me I do not drink alcohol, but I'm like, oh no, but it's
you
so
realize they are being
tasty.
nasty.
That's my own desire in life. That's my own thinking in life, and I don't know better
But
than
that's
my
on
God.
you, not your religion.
I don't know better than Allah.
But that will be on you, not your religion. But if your religion says you can do something like that, if you think it's evil, you should be able to say,
Specify.
yes, I'm a Muslim, but I think this is wrong.
I don't think it's
I don't call
evil. I
Jesus.
think that
You think
I
it's
am
good?
not.
Something like
I
I'm
think.
doing.
Listen,
Online.
it's not black and white.
It is black and white.
It's not, let's say.
Do you know why?
I
eh?
do not think
I like
it's
it.
evil. I do not think it's evil. I think there's wisdom that I cannot comprehend beyond it.
What wisdom?
Maybe-
Behind.
Did you know Muhammad was a white man who was
Muhammad is a white man that was racist. Not Arabian man.
He was a white man.
He was a white man that was racist, not Arabian man. Because he has a clan that's called Banu Hashim. That's very well known in Arabia. And he was not a white man at all. And his clan
We condemn this because people pay jizya, isn't it? Or you die. So the thing is this, yeah?
So
See,
you die as a
Either you
European.
pay jizya or you convert
do you know what
to be
Muslim
you know the Bible.
So these are the options given.
Yes.
Those are the options.
How are you gonna die? You mean?
They'll kill you. You get killed. But the thing is this, yeah? Can I ask you something? Let's see. I like
I
something.
don't know.
Would you condemn it? That's the case. Would you condemn it?
between
Would you say
But
that
that's,
is wrong?
I want to
No,
check
the honest truth is this, yeah? The honest truth is this, yeah? The thing is this, yeah? See, our God, He doesn't judge us with what we just say alone. It's just our heart. In your heart, you know, it's...
But your God, you say, is Jesus
Hold on.
and is the Holy
No,
Spirit.
I can explain that. I can explain that to you. Don't worry.
So who is your
Hold on, I can explain that to you. Yeah? But the thing is, in your heart, I cannot say it. He cannot say it. No one can say it. But God can see your heart. You know that it's wrong to sleep with someone that's too young.
Listen, if God thinks it's correct, I believe what God
No.
says. It's not
What you said is right. No, I'm talking about you.
You, as a person, can believe that racism
Listen, we'll
is
talk about
correct.
God.
You can believe
Listen,
that
we'll talk about God. We'll talk about God. I'm talking about you.
about me.
Yes. You in your own heart, you
Listen,
think.
it's up to me. If I have a daughter, if I have a 6-year-old daughter, would I marry her off at 6 years old?
Well, you
Because
wouldn't
my
do it.
religion
But it
says
is relevant.
I wouldn't.
I could care
So
less.
now I like what you said. But this is not the
we need
thing,
to know
yeah.
about linguistics.
When it now comes to God,
I wouldn't do it because the time and age that we live in now.
but it's still allowed to today. It's still allowed in Islam. But I like what you said. If it's from God, me too, I won't have problem with it. What you said, me too, I will say okay. Even though if I wouldn't do it, if it's from God, but this is not the problem. It's not from God.
Yeah, but I don't. You're just a human.
See,
I'm just a human.
sorry.
We are human. We
Yeah,
are
no,
not
I'm saying
from the same
that
level.
command. I'm saying that command is not from God. It's from Satan.
To what?
The command that you can marry is someone that's too young. It's from Satan.
How are you
Okay,
saying?
now let me now explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. Yeah?
It was a murder.
Allah.
You're doing what you're doing with
You think
Palestine.
Allah is the same
Because you
God
forget.
as Yahweh?
But you keep speaking over me. Allah will answer one by one. I can answer
Do you think Yahweh and Allah are the same?
one
Well,
by
I
one.
don't believe otherwise.
One by one.
But we believe that one God.
I'll tell you what it has to do with
For all the prophets, Abraham, all of them, same God. So
That's what you believe.
I believe all the prophets sent by God. I am told to believe in all the prophets.
No, I'm not.
Do you know what impersonation means? Impersonation. Impersonation. Do you know what? Someone trying to be.
Impersonation,
Yeah. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Yeah. Yahweh.
Yeah.
Allah is trying to impersonate Yahweh. Allah is not Yahweh.
So where did Allah come from to
Allah is
impersonate
Satan.
Yahweh?
Allah is Satan. I will show you.
Good, yeah, that's good. The reason we are saying
no.
that you're doing what is done by...
Sorry, but I just have to. I have to. Bring
Tell him.
I'm so sorry.
Everybody,
You're
every person.
telling me that Allah. I'm so sorry.
Fine, sir.
We're living in a minute.
You hear next
But
thing?
we have to go. What's your conclusion? What's your conclusion?
No, I'm trying to tell her that Allah is different from Yahweh. Because she said,
That's right. I don't think.
because she said, if that command is from God, she doesn't have problem with it. And I say, I understand that. But the command is not from God.
I was having a conversation with the same person. I didn't know I was having a conversation with someone.
Forget the context and do it.